All footage covered in the review are rights of Nintendo, NEC, Sega, and SNK. All information is provided by Wikipedia.org and various other sites provided.
So, I'm guessing you were expecting Agrabah, maybe? No. Oh no, son. I'm Dax, and I'm gonna be reviewing For You X. And welcome to another special episode of Is It Worth Your Wii Points? I'm going to be reviewing The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past. Now, this game is legendary. Oh yes, it is a legend. And, I mean, any gamer can relate. Spending those hours playing this game and just wanting to get through it. And, I mean, who can forget when you were stuck in a dark world? Oh god. The most horrible thing ever. I love Zelda. Hardcore fan, and again, I thank Agrabah for letting me do this review. Anyhow, let's get down to it, huh? Let's get down and dirty. Alright. You start off in the beginning of the game. You wake up in your house. You find out your uncle is going to go out and save the princess after being talked to into some dream that you had. At least you think it was a dream. Anyhow, you get your ass up, you go, grab a lamp from your house, and you go out and see what your uncle's doing. Anyhow, you make your way through, and you see your uncle. He's there, and he's just sitting there and got owned. He didn't even get past first door. Anyhow, you grab his sword and shield, and he tells you, hey, go out, save Princess Zelda, make things right. So you go out, and you're going through the castle, and you're hacking and slashing your ways, typical hack slash and RPG. I'm a big hack and slash fan, so I mean, this is pretty much, it's self-explanatory when you watch it. Making your way through, killing soldiers, slashing your sword away. The Legend of Zelda is one of those games that you don't forget. I mean, who can forget that famous theme song? I mean, if you know it, I mean, you hear it and you know it's Zelda. It's that familiar, like Mario is to everybody. You see the plumber jumping around, hitting blocks, and bam! Fuck yeah! You got him. Anyhow, get on with the review. There's all types of things you can do in the game. I mean, there's various weapons you encounter in the game, dungeons you to explore, and there's pretty much lots of things to do. The story is pretty much you save Princess Zelda after the incident in the dungeon. When you save her, she takes refuge in a sanctuary. From there, you're told by her and a priest that you need to recover these 3 pendants to get the Master Sword, which is the Sword of Evil's Bane, which can strike the evil wizard Agnem, who is aka slash, I don't want to spoil it for those of you that are going to be playing it. The wizard Agnem wants to rule Hyrule, which is the world that you're walking in, the overworld, and lots of things in the game that I find familiar from the first Zelda, actually, and it's actually pretty much kind of a remake, if you think about it. Probably is. The game, you go from screen to screen, you know, going from screen to screen. It has that view, that famous view. You have all these types of things that you can do in the game. For example, when you acquire the Pegasus boots, you run around with those Pegasus boots. I mean, who wasn't, well, I mean, you were the one of them, those gamers that just use those things constantly. I use them constantly. You're going to see them in the video right here. Pegasus boots, famous item. You, of course, get to use bows, bombs, what else? I can go on. All these types of weapons that you can use. Now, magic plays a big part in this, too. There's 3 special magic medallions you can get when you acquire this book later on in the game. Now, I won't get into much detail about it since, you know, I want you gamers out there to play this game that haven't played it. It's a great game. Well, with these magic medallions, you can do various magic spells and summon all these types of magic spells and, you know, get things going. Anyhow, I lost my train of thought. Right. Anyhow, on with the story. Now, to get on with the story, Link tries to find his way to get those 3 magical pendants. Once you've acquired 3 magical pendants, you're going to be transformed into the Dark World. Now, this game is what got me, because you went from the Light World to the Dark World transition, which was wonderful at that time. That time there was not many games that had done it. And, you know, me being as a, you know, gamer at that age, it was just amazing to see that you could do that, you know, going back in time, you know, it was just time travel, yeah. You know, it's no Back to the Future for the NES, you know, that's fucking horrible right there. But, anyhow, that was a fuck yeah, and, I really thought that was the great part of that game, going, you know, between light and dark, and things can change between those time periods, and you actually have to travel back through time and get those things done. You know, it's very great how that time travel thing was just wonderful with Link to the Past, and that's what made the game soar. The story, the gameplay, the items, the characters. You're gonna see a lot of characters in this game. They just either make you Rafflecopter, or they'll just fucking, you'll be like, what the fuck? I mean, there's a certain part when you go into the Dark World for the first time, or later on, you're going to see this weird-looking thing kicking a mushroom. I mean, I don't know if any of you gamers remember that, who've beaten the game and played it, but that shit, when I saw it as a kid, I saw it and I went, what the fuck? I saw it and I was like, what the hell? What bullshit is this? Anyhow, I just thought that was a weird part in the whole game. But, I mean, there's other things. Magic boomerangs, silver bows. Oh man, you name the weapon, it has it. The hook shot. There's so much in this game, so many items to use, memorable items that were later on put in other Zelda games. And if you played the recent Twilight Princess, that has another familiar, you know, Light World, Dark World situation there, which I recommend you pick up. Good game. Oh yeah. Fuck yeah. Yeah, to get on with this, after you have acquired those 3 pendants and have gained the Master Sword, you proceed into defeating the wizard Aghem. I don't know how to pronounce it, so I don't know. There's comments that pop up, you know, it's pronounced Aghem, Aghem. Well, you know what? I don't fucking care. I don't even know how to fucking say it right, so if I'm saying it wrong, well shit. Fuck yeah, Dax. So you go and you slay Aghem, and after that he transports you into the Dark World and says, ha ha ha, you'll never come back, you're screwed. You know, go fuck yourself. You know. Anyhow, you're in the Dark World and you find yourself in a totally different Hyrule state. Hyrule's completely changed. You can travel back in time using the magic mirror. That is what you use, and it's one of the big things in the game that you use. The magic mirror is to transport you back and forth through time, as you can see in the footage. It's amazing. You know, it's the game had nothing bad. I mean, nothing. There was nothing bad about Link to the Past. It is my personal favorite, and I find it one of the best games of the SNES. In my opinion, it was by far the best. That game I could play over and over again. I can never get tired of it. Pretty sure you guys have had games you play, just never get tired of them. And you can play them for hours and hours and just not be tired of it. And it's a game like that, you know, that was perfected and was just so good. And The Legend of Zelda Link to the Past is one of those games. It's one of those examples of a fuck yeah game. And So, you're in the dark world, and everything is just completely fucked up. I mean, you are fucked up, and it's madness. And, of course the enemies have changed. They look rather, ugh. And it's really just different. It's kind of what the Wizard Agnum wants, and his dark world. And he ruled it. So, he's kidnapped 7 maidens. Now, this has occurred, in the dark world, and he has trapped them in crystals. And you need to go out through all these dungeons and save these maidens. And at the end, which you need to find out yourself, you need to find Agnum. After releasing the maidens, you are, you're set. Now, this game had, what was I gonna say? This game had fucking everything a game could wish for. I mean, you had people that you can interact with, you can go into houses, wow, you could do all kinds of stuff. It was just fucking amazing. And, after this game, plenty of other RPGs came out, which were great too, like Final Fantasy and, all these other games. Legend of Legaia. Oh man, dude, I can go on with RPGs. But, to make things, a little short in this review, I'd like to thank Agramon, Legend of Zelda people. It's amazing. And, I recommend you pick it up. And is it worth your fucking And is it worth your fucking Wii points? Oh fucking fuck yeah, it is. Pick it up. It's awesome. You won't waste your points. If you're a big fan of RPGs and you love talking to fucking people and swimming and shit, throwing bombs, fucking shooting arrows, throwing magic boomerangs and shitting on people's faces, then you'll fucking love this game. It's that amazing. Pick it up. It's worth your Wii points. I'm Dax, and it's been a pleasure. And fuck yeah. Take it easy, gamers.